From Hallmark princes to Texas oil fields, Kayla Wallace's journey across the small screen has been an adventure, and it isn't slowing down anytime soon. Landman fans know Kayla Wallace as the no-nonsense Rebecca Falcone, but long before she joined the Paramount Plus hit, she was a big name in the Hallmark scene. First, she appeared in Once Upon a Prince, playing the best friend of the main character. Just getting onto a Hallmark set was a big deal for her, since she was already a huge fan of Hallmark movies. Speaking to my devotional thoughts about that experience, Wallace also gushed that it being filmed in Victoria, British Columbia felt particularly special. Of course, Once Upon a Prince was just the start of Wallace's Hallmark tenure, and in 2019, she joined the cast of When Calls the Heart. In her interview with My Devotional Thoughts, Wallace shared that she'd been nervous at first, specifically because of how established the cast already was. However, it turned out that she fit right in. She said, "I mean this when I say it, every single person on the show, cast and crew, is so lovely. It is just a joyful set to be on. I was welcomed with open arms." During her time on When Calls the Heart, Wallace grew incredibly close with her colleagues, but one relationship in particular turned out to have staying power. That'd be her real-life relationship with co-star Kevin McGarry. Though the When Calls the Heart co-stars aren't partners on the show, they met on set and stayed together, and fans of the show have been behind them from the start.
Hang on tight.
Oh, that Fiona, she's so full of surprises.
Not much is known about Kayla Wallace's pre-fame love life, but she and McGarry subtly revealed they were dating via their social media profiles in 2020. McGarry was the first to post, sharing a series of artfully arranged Polaroids on a coffee table, tagging Wallace and captioning the November 2020 Instagram post, "Photo evidence." Wallace followed up in a post of her own roughly a month later, with another black and white picture of the two of them together, though this time the snap had been turned into a Christmas tree ornament. In the years that followed, both Wallace and McGarry continued to share peeks into their life together via Instagram and even worked together on the 2022 Hallmark film Feeling Butterflies. In one appearance on Entertainment Tonight, the couple interviewed each other, and Wallace made it clear that she would be happy to work with her boyfriend again.
How likely are you to work with Kevin McGarry again?
Very likely.
You don't have to pretend to the camera.
Sure enough, McGarry and Wallace starred opposite each other again later that year in My Grown-Up Christmas List. In December 2022, Wallace shared that she and McGarry were engaged in a sweet Instagram post captioned simply, "Forever." The couple wed in September 2024, with Wallace sharing another post to commemorate the event with the caption, "Just McGarried." A few months later, she'd declare 2024 her best year yet in an Instagram roundup of the year, though around a year after that, she'd share that 2025 may just have topped it, and it's not hard to guess why. Kayla Wallace remained on When Calls the Heart until 2024, and when she finally left, it was for yet another major opportunity, Landman.
Were we meeting today?
We are now. Can I come in?
Please.
Granted, because McGarry was still starring on the Hallmark show, Wallace was still connected to the cast. And in a People interview of her own, she shared that before her Landman shooting schedule began, she spent a ton of time at her old workplace, saying, "I was literally there every other day because we were raising a puppy, so I would bring her out to the set." Wallace also pointed out that in addition to her connection to the show through McGarry, she was also still close with many of her former colleagues. As for a return, she mused that she would be completely open to that if things aligned, adding, "It's never a goodbye. It's always just like, can it work out with whatever's going on in my life that year?" In 2025, she did appear in several more episodes, although Fiona has been MIA on the show since then. There's no question that When Calls the Heart viewers would welcome a return in any capacity. After all, speaking about the fans, Wallace gushed that she was blown away by the support she'd gotten from them even after leaving the show.
A lot of the Hardys have followed me onto this show, and I mean, I'm so grateful.
Some things may change, but something tells us the Hallmark fans will have Wallace's back for the foreseeable future. 2024 was the year Wallace got married and joined Landman, which clearly made it a special year. But something happened in 2025 that clearly topped even that. In November, she and McGarry shared a sweet Instagram post revealing that they were expecting their first child. She captioned the snap, "We can't wait to meet you, baby," premiering 2026. Speaking to Entertainment Tonight about her pregnancy, Wallace shared that she'd had yet another memorable year.
My husband and I are expecting our first baby, and we're celebrating season 2 tonight. It's really a dream come true.
2 months later, she recollected her final shooting day of the season in an Instagram post, writing that while she'd been sad to say goodbye to her colleagues, she was looking forward to some R&R. She ended the post, also secretly basking in the thought of heading home to my husband and just enjoying being pregnant. Time will tell how Wallace's life changes in the years to come, but between her Hallmark devotees, Landman fans, and her uber supportive husband, we have no doubts that she has a bright future ahead of her.